What's up, y'all? It's Nightlife. This is the first edition of Gauntlet Access Live. I'm your host, Nightlife. Just like I said, I have with me today major competitors up and down this bracket. Got so much history. Previous Gauntlet winner. Had a really good showing. Tough matchup last week, but still showed and proved. We got BrainGotBlapz in the building. How you doing today, brother?
Hey, what up, Night? I'm chilling,
man. It's good to have you on, man. I can say with all honesty that I've owed you this opportunity for quite some time. So
we've been talking about it for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, all my fault, not your fault. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna take full responsibility for mine. So it's cool, man. So coming off of this week, man. Well, actually, let's before we even get to that, because we'll leave that for a little bit. I want to try to get to the here and the now as far as the project that you got with the Fade. So that's out now, man. Tell me how that's going as far as the promotional tip, and how you feeling about the project.
Well, I was kind of disappointed about it just because we couldn't actually put it out as a full album. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been dropping singles. So the reason behind that was because of the recordings being lost on a drive or whatever. So we ended up scrapping the whole project and was like, fuck it, we just gonna put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just put it out song by song or whatever. So that's what we've been doing or whatever. But the feedback from the joints and shit have been great though. Like, people are digging it. I'm just like, damn, like that could have been a dope album. You know what I mean? So
as far as that's concerned, man. I mean, that might have been for the best. This might be the blessing in disguise with you releasing it, one by one, because it gives people an opportunity to be able to consume each and everything, and their focus is on that. You don't have the issue with people doing you get some people that will listen to the entire project, and then you get some people that will spot listen to the project, give you the partial listens. At least now it's like you have your undivided attention one single at a time. So you just plan on releasing all of the singles like that too, or
pretty much, like we're working on another actual project, but as of right now, just because we've been yelling the Fade for like the last year, is like we got to give them some music now. So you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much where we are now. But we're definitely recording. We damn near done with the second album. You know what I'm saying? So by the time we run out of singles, we should have an actual project. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So tell me about as far as Seb's your brother. So tell me about working with him and kind of seeing his progression as an artist.
Man, I've said from the beginning that man is the best rapper in the world, and the reason for it is because that dude is crazy meticulous with his writing. Like, it takes that man like maybe 2 or 3 weeks to write a verse. You know what I'm saying? It's because he's super like, what's the word? Like, he's super like, well, that, and like he's super like picky about his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if something don't sound right, he'll trash the whole verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's weird. Like, so like the process of him doing it is like, once you hear it, you're like, okay, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, ugh, like, okay, I see why it took you that much time. But
and as far as you're concerned, and your progression in it, it's like, I've had the pleasure of being able to listen to a lot of the project. I had a pleasure of listening to other things that you have done, and looking at where you are. Were you satisfied with what you were able to accomplish as far as yourself as an MC with this project? Because I said, and if anybody has not listened, the comparable benchmark for you would be Kanye, the earlier version, because of the things that you're able to do, and the content of rhyme, dexterity, content, all of that stuff is there, and I think there's a lot of relatability with your stuff, and it's honest. So I think that's kind of where you're at. How do you feel as far as what you were putting out and how you're projecting yourself with the newer music?
I think that you're definitely right about that. Like, I think that as I've gotten older, my music has definitely got a lot more honest. I think I've definitely jumped out of like the punchline bag and kind of gotten to the actual, like concept bag. So, like every now and then, like the PSA joint, like we'll like the whole Fade album is like concept based. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think for me as a rapper, I started rapping first before I was even making beats. You know what I'm saying? I was always a rapper first. Music, like if we would have, if Don Def would have did what it was supposed to do, I probably wouldn't even be producing right now. Or not as much, rather, not as much. Mm-hmm. But I think from those days to like my earlier solo days to like what I'm doing now, solo wise and with the Fade, like it's fucking night and day. Like you listen to that shit back then, you're like, yeah, this is fire, you know what I'm saying? But then you listen to the shit now, you're like, damn, that niggas came a long way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the growth is definitely in the music. So I think right now I'm definitely at my peak as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm gonna get any better. I ain't gonna get any worse. Like I'm pretty much where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? But SEV though, that man's ceiling he don't have one. You feel me? And I think that as long as I'm able to challenge him creatively, he'll always come through. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like with the production and stuff. Like as long as I'm able to challenge him with the beats and with the lyrics and everything, he's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, he has an infinite ceiling, man. I think his talent level is off the charts. With things he's able to do and how he's able to say these remarkable punchlines, dude, and had a breath control to be able to connect his bars the way he does. Yeah. It's crazy.
No, you're right. Like I said the same thing. Like the way that man writes is crazy. Like I don't know. Like I'll be thinking like, damn, how'd you put that together? Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
I mean, so how do you feel like, kind of veering off into the production aspect of it? How do you feel like you being an MC and has helped your growth as a producer?
I think that's a cheat code. Like if you're actually a good rapper, and I'm saying good like very like sparingly, like if you're a good rapper, then you obviously already have rhythm. You know what I'm saying? You kind of know, even if you weren't an actual producer and didn't have the knowledge of it, like you hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I've never had any kind of like classical training or anything like that. I've always just played shit off ear. You know what I mean? So I think that like production wise, it's been fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been fun just kind of taking a style and kind of making it popular and kind of just developing off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if anybody's been laying under a rock, but I've been on the Gauntlet many a times, and we've always said, you know what I'm saying, it's that brain bounce. Like you hear it. Like as soon as you hear it, you know it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the things that kind of separates me from other people also, because not too many people have a trademark. You know what I'm saying? Or like their own sound, like a signature, the signature sound. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we'll talk about that a little later too. But
And so as far as getting into the as far as beat battle culture, and you're a veteran, longtime veteran. You've been in many battles. You've been in many platforms. How have you been able to progress as a beat battler in these different platforms? How have you seen your progression with that?
You know what? I think the Rona actually really helped me out a little bit, because I was so used to doing live battles that like when the Gauntlet started and like when I started doing like these showcases and different things like that, I was so used to just always being up there competing rather than just, you know what I'm saying, just playing shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the Gauntlet has definitely helped me in my production because it opened me up to a whole bunch of different array of styles. Right. And I feel like it made me have to work a little bit harder because hearing a beat live and then sitting and listening to it in your fucking, earphones and being able to dissect the shit, I can't play a beat that I would play live on the Gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? Because it just wouldn't work. And that's something that the Gauntlet kind of made me do, is step up my musicality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I was always dope, but like over the last, I'll maybe say 2-3 years, like I think I've definitely stepped my musicality up. Like I've always had drums, like I wasn't never worried about that, but my musicality and my mixes have come a long way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was listening to some of the earlier Gauntlets and I was like, how did these niggas even write this? Like, this is bad. like these mixes are bad. Jesus Christ. I was like, these niggas were just being nice.
Nah, man. I think in an earlier time, man, I think we were listening for different things at that point, man. It's like,
right.
And I think now we've all developed a better ear and developed that quality because the beats are so much better and the mixes have been so much better. So it's like now we kind of our listening.
It's at a certain bar now.
Yeah. So with you being in live beat battle culture and then coming out and then going to this online battle platform format, which one do you think is the one that's the hardest to prepare for?
Definitely the online shit. Definitely online. Because when you're live, as long as your mix is knocking and you got some shit going on, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing an online battle, like I said, like people can actually hear everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they're listening in their ear pods and on their phones and different shit like that, so they're not getting the full effect of it. So the beat has to really be fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I definitely think it's definitely tougher to prepare for online battles than it is live.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see that, and I think it's more tactical warfare when you're doing the online battles too, man. Because I think you win. When you're out and you're live, you got to win the crowd in the energy battle with that. This one, you got to be able to kind of win the attention battle when you're doing the online battle. So, that's something that I definitely have kind of taken notice, being a judge and everything. But man, just to kind of bring it to the here and the now. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna watch your highlights from the R&B Gauntlet that we had, man. It was, I can't even do it justice. I'm gonna just go ahead and play.
On your side from BrainGotBlapz, R&B Gauntlet. Yeah. Love is on your side. Let your heart be your guide. Give another try.
Run that back.
On your side from BrainGotBlapz, R&B Gauntlet. Yeah. Love is on your side. Let your heart be your guide. Give another try. Because love is on your side. Love is on your side. Love is on your side.
Don't mind me. I was taking copious notes.
Woo! Yeah, okay.
Crazy.
That's fire.
LFG, let's fucking go.
Yes, sir. Groovy Baby Bass from BrainGotBlapz. Let's get to it right now.
R&B Gauntlet because it's so
Sexy.
Shout to Black Heart.
Brain said, "Let me hit the Balvinus intro music real quick."
Right.
You know what he's doing.
Fucking
Chuck
still
said
have
play
kids.
crazy
Oh, it has
heavens.
some kids tonight.
Wow, this is tough, man.
But yeah. Brain said, "I'm not out yet. She ain't leaving me either." Slow jams. BrainGotBlapz. Because it's still
Sexy.
I swear I heard like Jodeci on this shit.
I thought Bam was gonna recognize his sample, but he didn't.
Brain said, cancel that wife, I'll buy me a new one.
Hey yo.
Man, that was so crazy. Like for one, what was it like, you know, kind of being in front of Bam like that, man? I mean, to have like a legitimate R&B writer with Grammys, work with so many different artists to be there to listen to that. How was that experience, man?
Man, it was crazy because like at first I didn't really know who Bam was, but then I went and did my homework and seen what he was into and shit. I was like, damn, I didn't know he did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, like this nigga's legit. Like, right. You know, so I think that was definitely motivation for me to prepare the way I did too. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, ooh, Bam's on there, bro. You can't fuck around. You know, so
yeah.
And no, that was a great experience. I think he definitely did a great job judging. You know, he dropped a lot of gems. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, thank you, Bam. You know, that was dope. That was a dope experience.
Yeah, man. I mean, I definitely thought he brought something. He brought something to the battle, man. That was kind of a different element.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of giving the behind the scenes approach and to, you know, what they're looking for and stuff like that and shit. I mean, you know, he actually had picked up a couple beats on the way too. So I was like, that was
I think he had asked about that first joint that I played.
See,
remember he was like, what's the name of that joint?
Man, that's the crazy thing about the Gauntlet, man. It's like you literally. People say that anything can happen on the Gauntlet.
Literally.
You don't know who gonna pop up? You don't know what's gonna happen. The placements happen. I mean, man, we didn't have people walk away and move on to Grammys and all kinds.
That's why people be shook to do this shit though, Knight, because they understand that. They know like at any given time, some crazy shit can happen. If you're not prepared for it and you're not putting your best foot forward, then you know what I'm saying. That's why niggas be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do Gauntlet. Like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say they scared,
right? I mean,
but,
that's been a tough. It's been a tough road, man, to get people to come in because they kind of see the level of competition in here.
Exactly, that too.
If you've never been here, it's like, nah, man. You just
like I'm not fooling with them cats, bro. Like,
they just like, oh, nah, you know what? You know, oh man, I gotta be in here with that. Like that's why I tell people when I'm recruiting, hey, watch previous gauntlets to know what you're getting into because it's not shit is not for playing here, man. It's crazy.
And I think like the biggest thing with that is that like the producers, like the pretty much like, you know, regulars, I would say, like we definitely made it like it's a friendly competition, but we take that shit serious as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you come in there playing around, you will get smoked. Like there's the level of talent in the Gauntlet is just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you can come in there playing if you want. You will get smoked, and I've seen it. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You've smoked somebody for getting smoked. So
yeah, man, yeah. Like, I mean, because it's just like, you know, you just have this level of expectation. It's like, you know, when the guys come up in there, man, it's like, I got, you know, good relationships with a lot of people that's on there to compete, and I'm blessed to be able to have those relationships outside of just being, you know, outside of the sport. Like, you know,
right.
like I have a relationship with you, and we're outside of the sport. We can take business and personal and separate them, but just knowing knowing what you are and what you bring to it, I could never let you get away with bringing less than. And you know, it's like we've had moments where I've just been like, "Yo, what's going on?" So it's like to see that and to know that, you know, you come prepared and you come bringing your best every time that you come in. It says a lot about you as a competitor. It says a lot about you as your integrity, the way that you value your production. Like it takes a lot of time for y'all to do what y'all do, man. And that's so understated. It's so understated that when you gotta get together, you gotta get a clip together to come into the Gauntlet, and you know you gotta have 10 beats. And for y'all to be able to put,
and you know they gotta all be heat, nigga. Like
they all gotta be fire. Like
they all gotta be fire too, bro. You feel me? Like that shit is it's not for the meek. I'll say that. Like it's tedious. It's tedious prepping for a Gauntlet, bro.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yep.
Number one, because you don't know who you're going up against until the night of. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Then like we said, every beat gotta be fire. You know what I'm saying? And like. Then you start second guessing beats, like, damn, I should have put that one in the clip. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then that whole part of the strategy portion of it, which is what I want to kind of circle back to, because we gotta look at last week's battle and go, okay, well, strategically, it's like, for me coming from a judging standpoint, looking at it strategically, the first beat that you played was iconic. That was iconic. And I think that anything that you play after that has to be iconic. And it wasn't. They were good, but they weren't that level. And that's kind of the tactical thing. And I know that when that happens, that means that ultimately you're holding. I know you're holding. Like you are basically saying, well, I know that I'm gonna need some firepower for the later round, so I'm gonna hold. So you think that could have been a possibility if that happened?
I was definitely holding. I was holding for keys. I had bombs for keys. You feel me? Like I had that first beat that I played against Chucky, that was for keys.
Oh, see.
But because it was Chucky, you know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it, you know, I'm throw these spades out there and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that first beat was supposed to be that first clip. Them first two beats were for keys.
See, and you got randomized. You got randomized because that's a tough matchup pulling Chuck the first round, man. That was tough. That was tough. You know, sometimes you're a winner, sometimes it's just
it always happens to me though. Like whenever we have somebody dope in the bracket, I always get them first round. And I know they be like, fuck, I got brain too. But it's
right,
like
they be just as scared as you of you though. It's like, I mean, not scared, but I'm just saying as far as like they be like, man, they be concerned like, damn, I got brain. I could be out of here. You know, this is and the battle going to OT basically told the whole story, man. Like y'all are so skilled. I have that expectation. I know it's going to be good if I hear you or have Chucky come up, you know, or any of the boys from the market.
Shout to Chucky, man. He had some crazy shit. Yeah, he had some crazy shit. I'm not
Chuck's
even
insane, man. And he's.
I don't feel like either one of his. I don't feel like either one of his beats better than my first one, but you know.
No. Your first one, I think, was out of all of the beats was probably the best to me. That was it.
That's what I was thinking.
The problem is that Chucky had a really good beat.
He was inclining.
He was on.
He kept going up.
Right. And that kind of affects it, man. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to judge. I mean, we had to go to
now that OT round. That OT round was clear. He definitely got that. Like I heard his shit, I was like, oh shit.
And then the thing about it for me is just like, man, it's like, why if you know you're an OT, then man, you got to pull the you got to pull something out to I mean, I think it's beatable production that you're going against at that point. Like you have to play something that's going to be stand out, and I think you just didn't do that. And that wasn't. It was a good beat. It just wasn't a good beat for an OT.
Not for an OT, right? No, I definitely agree with you. That's why I said I feel like Chucky got that OT clearly for sure, but I think I might have got him before the OT even was called, though. You feel me? So I don't know.
Well, you know what though? I saw you in the chats. And you was talking about the grudge match possibly. So, do we want?
Well, he said I beat him. Well, he said I beat him twice already. So that's it. So he got his lick back. It's cool. I'm still up too.
Okay. You know? Well, I'm just saying because if you want a grudge match, then I can talk to Sandman and we can make that happen. It's on you. You can make it public right now.
Hey man, I mean I already kind of did, so so I mean I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so you heard it here second.
I'm with it.
So Brain wants it. He wants to go and have the grudge match.
I need my lick back. Pause.
So we gonna facilitate that. I'm gonna hit Sandman. We gonna facilitate that. We need some grudge matches anyway. So that's perfect because we don't get nothing but just fire out that shit. So I'm not even mad.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And like this won't really even be like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun one. Yeah. Especially since I know who I'm preparing for. It'll be different, I promise.
Right. And y'all have high level respect for each other too. So
definitely,
that goes a long way.
Him, TG, Skates, I love the merch, bro. I love all them guys.
Don't have too much respect. Don't be like Ryan Garcia last
night. Nah. When we on the battlefield, we don't know each other. You feel me? It's different. We don't know each other. You shake my hand and do all that shit afterwards. You feel me?
Yeah, man. That's
Speaking of though, he made that liver quiver last night, bro. Tank got him up out of there. All that shit he talked.
I seen him when I seen him with Smokey saying Friday back. I seen him back, and then he took the knee like Cap. I was like,
I was like,
whoa. I knew he wasn't
because that second round knockdown was crazy too.
It didn't even look like he hit him with anything, and I was like,
right.
What the hell
happened?
They
called it like a phantom punch or something like that.
My daughter was watching it on our phone, and we was watching on my phone, and he was like, what happened?
Yeah.
And then he just took a knee and was like, oh shit, he got hit. So then they showed. I said, I bet you it was a body shot. And lo and behold, he got him with a good liver shot, man.
Yep. Got his ass.
That was.
You can see it too. Like it
was a good fight, man. Tank was.
It was a great fight. Yeah, it was a great fight.
He was real economical, man. But he was precise with everything he did.
Right.
Which is just he's a professional boxer, dude. He's a professional.
He really
boxer.
is, though. Yeah.
He wasn't out there trying to swing for the fences. He was basically everything he did was with purpose.
Right.
And he even in them rounds where he landed like 5 punches, he landed all 5 of them.
5 punches were accurate though.
They looked like something. They was doing shit. So yeah.
Right.
But anyhow, man, it's like so what's some of your plans as far as future wise for yourself, man? Because I know we always kind of look at this music thing in a 30,000 feet view, and what are some of your goals that you have for this year, if you want to disclose that you're trying to do for yourself?
I definitely would like to work with more artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like because people know about the fade and because I rap or whatever, like I don't want to produce for anybody else. Is like, yeah, I want to produce for other people too. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother gets the bulk of my shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to work with other artists too. You know what I'm saying? So, like for you, for instance, you feel me? June 1st, Beautiful Color Dreamers coming out. I got like 2 joints on that. You feel me? And I feel like them 2 joints are crazy. Like, I want to do more of that. You know what I'm saying? I
will tell you personally, and I will not be afraid to say it. The 2 joints that's on Beautifully Colored Dreamer that you produce are probably 2 of the most important joints that's on the album. two of the most important. And if for it one to be the title track, I mean, that was just like, that's just everything. That's just everything to me, man.
Right.
Again, you pulled
like when I got the title track, I was like, oh shit, like
just pulled greatness out of me on both of those songs, man. So I'm just like, yeah, it's amazing, and I'm so glad I got to work with you, man. I mean, this is something that's been.
This is just the beginning, bro. I already told you I owe you a pack anyway. It's been a minute, so you know what I mean. But yeah, I just want to work with more artists. You know what I'm saying? Get some more placements. As far as that goes, right now, I'm working. I got a few joints over to Mark Battles. I don't know if you know who that is.
Okay.
But yeah, I got a couple joints with him. I'm sitting on this J-Rock placement. I don't know what's going on with that, but my manager actually just called me while we was on this thing. I'm gonna call him back and see what's up. But I'm still sitting on this J-Rock feature, or not feature, but placement. What else is going on? I've really just been working with a lot of different like underground artists and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my production is out there right now. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been trying to do my best like outside of the phase shit, just to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, when they drop shit and it's mine, like it's my production or whatever, like I'm trying to push it, you know what I'm saying? Like push it everywhere, like let everybody know, like, look, man, I'm not as hard to deal with or work with as people think I am. I don't know how I developed that, but you know what I'm saying? Like the people who have worked with me will tell you like that nigga hella easy to work with. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I mean, I can definitely say that too, man. It's like, just your expectation as far as what you want out of yourself. I think it's reflected on whatever artist that you're working with, and they kind of see the passion that you put into whatever it is you're doing, and they want to make sure that they come with their best over your production. And I know that you and often it's like, man, I mean, you bought your bag, so you sell production and do a lot of those things as well. Yeah. And just what are some of the, I guess, the benefits of you being able, besides the fact that you're making some money off of it, what are some of the pluses as far as being in the business of being able to sell production for yourself?
I think for me, it's just because I've been around for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much expected from me at this point. You know what I'm saying? So like people be waiting for me to drop new beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think like and that's all me. Like I've been so consistent that now it's finally becoming a reoccurring thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making this music money along with my 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And this music money is almost catching up to my 9 to 5. So It's like pretty soon here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's definitely been a blessing, and it's definitely been something that I've been working on for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always said, like if I could just live off music, like I don't want to be rich or anything. If I could just live off music and not have to work, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's got to be the dream for everybody, though, man. It's like, we want to. That's what we want to get to ultimately. It's
all I got to do is make beats all day. Come on, I do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I be calling out of work to make beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I have to make sure that I have the bag set up to make up for the money that I missed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I just been juggling that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely not constant enough for me to quit my job right now, but it's getting there. It's definitely getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the goal. That's the goal, man. Is just to to wake up and work and wake up.
And I'm an old nigga too. Hold on, let me tell people now, like hold on, because these motherfuckers, I don't know if the face fools them or whatever, but I'm an old nigga, bro. I'm 37 years old. I don't know. These motherfuckers be thinking I'm 23, 24 and shit. And it's like, nah, don't let the face fool you. I'm an old nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old nigga with an old soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just in case anybody was wondering, I am 37. I am not as young as some of y'all think
he
I
just
am.
he just happened to shave a lot more than I do. So it's like me, you could just tell. It's like, man, this is, you know, I just knew it was over, man. When you just be outside and they be calling you OG. I mean, you be calling me OG too. Like I was like,
They're calling me OG now, and I'm like, man, come on, like what? I'm like, what? Okay, I was like, okay, so this is how my OGs felt when I first started calling them OG. Okay, I get it now.
right, yeah, it's you be shell shocked. You be like, damn.
Right, you be like, what? Like,
it's almost like that. It's almost like that. It's almost like that tank punch, man. You be like,
right,
you be there for a minute, and right after they say, you know, all right, what's up, OG, and you be like, oh damn,
right,
I'm OG now, like,
OG,
right.
damn. Like,
all right, man. Well, I ain't gonna hold you any longer. I really appreciate you taking the time, man, and doing this first interview with me. Hopefully you had a good time, man, and we was able to showcase you in the proper.
If I can be the first person to do anything for the Gauntlet, you know I'm gonna do it, baby. Let's go.
Hey, man, that's it. So just make sure we have, of course, next Thursday, not this Thursday coming, but next Thursday we have we have the town hall, not the Femme Fatale battle, excuse me. We have the town hall. So please make sure that if you get the link for the town hall, we will be putting it on IG. Show up to the town hall, especially that if you are a regular that comes to the Gauntlet. Even if you're not, please show up. We'd like to hear you get to be heard in that situation. Give us the good feedback, the bad feedback, whatever, man. We'll take it all at that particular time. So please make sure that you there and your voice is heard, because this is about our community. This is about making sure our community has a voice. So show up to the town hall. It will be at the regular Gauntlet time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it will be on Thursday. So please make sure that you check all the advertisements. You'll see the promotional material that will be coming out on IG, being on Facebook and whatnot. So shout out to my brother Sandman. Shout out to my brother Lens Prog. Shout out to the big bro Focus. And thank y'all for joining us. Thank you, Brain, again, man. Very, very dope effort as usual, man. And, you know, I'm a fan of all your shit anyway, so it don't matter. So,
hey, you know it's mutual. I already told you one of the best rappers in the fucking world. I don't care what nobody says. So.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. All right, y'all. We're going to roll up out of here. Y'all have a good night. Make sure all your beats, #Gauntlet ready. Let's go.
Yes, sir.